Alright, Schlockmeister fans, haven't seen this one in a while. Elizabeth Montgomery, The Legend of Lizzie Borden. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Lizzie.
That's Lizzie Borden.
I just finished shopping. Stores are like ovens. Lizzie, what is it? Oh, Mrs. Churchill, do come in. Someone has killed Father.
She initially gets a lot of pity.
Yes, but I thought I heard her come back. She's probably in her room. There's nobody up back, Miss Lizzie. I looked when I...
They're looking for the stepmom now. So when she goes up to look for stepmom, she finds her. But she's unwell.
Lizzie. Did you kill Father? No, Emma.
So apparently they kept the body at the Borden house, at least for a few days, which gives Lizzie a chance to peek at it.
Family has left the gravesite. Both bodies are to be taken to a receiving tomb, where the heads are to be removed. Removed? And shipped to Dr. Edward Wood, professor of forensic medicine at Harvard University.
I want to know the truth. Lizzie, please don't upset yourself. I want to know the truth, Emma.
Well, Miss Borden, as much as I regret to tell you, yes, you are suspected.
I suspect it's got...
Then we see some flashbacks to life at the Borden house.
It's not fit for human consumption.
Waste not, want not. Serve it.
That's Fritz Weaver as the dad.
Why don't you finish those windows later? You can rest before the noon meal.
This movie implies that Lizzie Borden committed the crimes. More flashbacks.
Making a will?
No, sir.
Did he ever mention the subject of wills to you?
He did not.
Had you been on pleasant terms with your stepmother? Painful as it may be, there is but one thing to be done. It is the judgment of this court that you are found probably guilty.
As your family lawyer, I must hear it from your own lips. I'm sorry.
He wants to know if she did it.
I am innocent. Imagine a former governor is going to defend you. They say I don't show any grief. Certainly I don't in public. I never did reveal my feelings, and I cannot change my nature now. They say I don't cry. They should see me when I'm alone.
So the day of the trial has begun. We see flashbacks then of
Suffocating.
life in the Borden house again.
Look at me. I'm 32 and practically a prisoner in this ugly old house.
You're perfectly free to come and go as you like.
Birds, why?
Let those young whippersnappers try.
She killed the pet birds.
And see what they find.
They were mine.
Yours? Let me remind you, girl, everything on this place belongs to me.
Testimony of when she burned her dress.
Lizzie, what are you going to do? I'm going to burn this old thing. It's covered with paint. Lizzie, I wouldn't do that where people can see me. In broad daylight.
It was most damaging.
Wasn't it odd that she should come forward on her own like that?
Conscience was troubling her, my dear. Seems she neglected to mention the dress burning incident when the police first questioned her.
And then yes. And yet every witness has testified that the accused showed no signs whatsoever of blood upon her clothing just moments after the last murder.
I am innocent. I leave it to my counsel to speak for me.
What say you, Mr. Foreman? Is the prisoner at the bar guilty or not guilty?
The film then shows us how they feel the murders went down. How is it that she wasn't covered with blood? She undressed, got naked, and killed them.
Abby?
And then dear old Dad. And then she cleaned herself up.
Not guilty.
It's over, Em. We won.
Dinner will be ready soon. Now, why don't you make yourself comfortable? Didn't you hear me?
We're free.
Did you kill Father?
All right, let's talk about the legend of Lizzie Borden. So, this is a true story. It took place in 1893, was it? I can't remember, but yeah, sometime back then. And Lizzie Borden's father and stepfather were killed with an axe. Father and stepmother, I should say, were killed with an axe. Lizzie was arrested for it and put on trial, and she was found not guilty. So, did she actually do it? I guess no one will ever know. That's pretty much the story here. Elizabeth Montgomery plays Lizzie, and Fritz Weaver was her father, and we just see that story played out. It starts out with father being dead, and then they take pity on her a little bit, and then they find dead stepmom upstairs. She goes to like this inquest in front of a judge, and the judge thinks there's enough evidence that she would be found guilty, so she's committed and set to trial. And then during the trial, we see a bunch of witnesses. We see a little bit of the stuff, the flashbacks to the Borden house, life in the Borden house. Maybe she didn't have the greatest relationship with her dad. Her dad was kind of a cheapskate, and he had a lot of money, but didn't dole it out very well to his daughters. And then we come to a time for a verdict. And right before the verdict is read, we see another flashback, and then we see the murders played out. And according to this TV movie, Lizzie Borden actually did it. She got undressed, got naked, and killed them with the hatchet so as not to get blood all over her clothes. And she washed herself up and then played victim, and that's it. Come back to the courtroom. She's found not guilty, and we see a prologue at the end where her sister asked her, "Did you kill father?" She didn't actually answer that question. Instead, they just showed the little epilogue at the end there of what happened to Lizzie. She lived a pretty wealthy life, actually, for the rest of her life. She lived about 30 more years after that, or 35 more years almost, and died. And never got married, and that's pretty much it. It's a pretty good movie, actually. Very well done, I thought. Elizabeth Montgomery, obviously, you remember her from Bewitched. Totally role reversal for her here. And actually, she has a couple nude scenes in here, if you can believe that. It's made for television. They're very quick, but you can see a couple of boobs, and even more than that, actually, if you look closely. And I did look closely because I'm a pervert. So, I actually visited the Lizzie Borden house. It's still up in Fall River, Massachusetts, and we visited it about 8-9 years ago, actually. And you can tour the house and everything. And we even took some pictures, or I had my wife take pictures of me in the locations where the bodies were found. I was basically pretending to be the dead bodies. Very tasteless pictures, but I'm not the only one who's done it, I assured you. Look online, you can see tons of them. But I did it too, so yeah, I guess I suck. But whatever. Anyway, that is The Legend of Lizzie Borden. Now, this movie was never released on videotape in this country. It was released on a PAL videotape overseas. I actually have a PAL, a VHS of this, which I got years ago, long before DVD. But now DVD has come out, and there you go. It's a pretty good copy, actually. It looks really nice. So well done. Some of those TV movies from the 70s never really get nice releases. This one has one, so cool. It's a good movie. Check it out. Leave some comments. Let me know what you think about The Legend of Lizzie Borden. Watch it. Bye.